Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the JR Wisdom channel. Once again, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. And today I'm going to be coming at you guys with a doozy here. I mentioned it in my previous video, but I just wanted to bring it to you guys. This is coming from a Facebook group I'm in. There's a certain gentleman who basically explained the situation that's happened to him and currently what's going on. And we talk about this time and time again, what you guys need to be on the lookout for. And it's not just younger guys, it's older guys too. And I think this was an older guy, more like in his late 30s, early 40s, who was simping hard, and he even admitted to it. So hopefully you guys can learn from this situation. I'm going to read to you his post that he put in the group and let you guys, tell me what you guys think about it. I'm gonna let you know what I think about it and how to avoid certain things and what you need to look out for. We've discussed this previously. So basically, I titled it, basically, I took my cheating ex back. Now I've lost everything. So let's just jump right into it, guys. So he says, I did some simp shit and paying for it big time. Took this chick back after she kept cheating and got pregnant by the fun guys that had no career or real job, so had the time to sit around and drink and do drugs with her all day. Now, every fucked up thing she did up until recently had the excuse of, but I gotta do what I gotta do for my kids. Sound familiar? Do what I gotta do for my kids line. Take my car and totaled it. Made up stories about me being horrible to her and the kids and causing me to lose my job I've had for 20 years. All because I said no to get the kids video games and expensive toys. Then, when I finally said enough and it was time for her to go, the cops gave her my place and told me I could not go back to my own home that only I pay for in solely my name. When asked why she lied to the cops, the answer was, I couldn't go anywhere else, so I had to do what I needed to do for my kids. And so with him saying this, there was some guys commenting, basically trying to give him some support and basically telling him to learn from your experiences. And he responded a few times. Women get shady and entitled and manipulative when they are single mothers. And the bad thing is the government helps them in some cases. He said, yeah, I tried to be nice and forgiving, keep up with all the shit women said a man should do to be a man. Sound familiar? Woman telling you what a man should be doing. But at the end of the day, that shit leaves the man fucked up. I also saw firsthand how she tried to stick both kids on one guy. Sound familiar? Granted, he didn't do ish for them anyway, but at the same time, she wouldn't let him see or talk to his boy. So I maybe understand why he wouldn't be open to sending her money. I am actually more appalled at how the cop talked to me. He's going back to the situation about him getting kicked out of his house. Degraded me for trying to make a single mother with kids leave and saying, what type of man does that? The cop is simping too. Almost as bad as the judge in my child support case talked to me after I came to court to fight it and tried to get off since it was proven I wasn't the father, nor could I ever had been. Called me worthless. Called me worthless for not thinking of how the mother and kids were going to live. So even those with power and authority put men down behind these single mothers. And that is why ish will never get better. And, guys continue to comment. So he says, yeah, but damn, it's a messed up lesson to lose everything I worked hard for decades behind to be dropped down to nothing. I'll eventually get back up, hopefully. But damn, I broke my body to get where I was able to semi-retire soon. But there's no assistance or backing for black men. But the women get all kinds of help. Actually, a lawyer I had, a black woman who used to do work for these women's groups and stuff, said she stopped because of how unethical they were to get things for women at the cost of men's livelihood. So this is quite a doozy here. And yeah, this gentleman seems to be simping hard. He's not the only one going through these things. But if you notice the biggest thing in this story, what he's talking about, there's entitlement, right? So the biggest thing it was you took back a cheater. He took back a cheater. You should never take back a cheater. You weren't married to her. You said she was doing all these things with basically low-level bums, getting drunk and high and pregnant, so on and so forth. You notice things like her treating the baby daddy, trying to pin babies on him. So you guys have to look at this, like I said in my previous videos. You have to look at these things of how she's conducting herself and how she conducted herself. She's not going to change. And the way she's treating this guy is how she's going to treat you when it's all said and done. So she noticed that you were a sucker. You took her back after all of this because she knew that you were a good guy. You were a good, beta male provider at the end of the day. And she knew that you would take care of her and her kids. And all she had to do was put that thing on you. You know what I mean? And that was it. And a lot of you guys, you're getting with women just for sexual purposes. And she's not bringing anything to the table at all. And y'all have to stop that. It's just like you thinking with the wrong head as usual. You getting involved with these women who blow your socks off in the bedroom and they burn through your bank account and don't provide you with anything. You see, she has no problems, and you have a lot of women, and this is a toxic, dysfunctional single mother here, who don't think with their brains getting you. Obviously, you try to put, this is your place. Every state has their laws as far as evicting someone. Even if it is your girlfriend or family member, you can't just, it's usually a 30-day notice. Legally, you can't kick somebody out. So she basically knows how it goes, and she already had this set up in her mind, because I'm pretty sure you just didn't decide this on a whim. You probably threatened her previously to kick her out, and she already had it set up in her mind. Yeah, if this fool tries to do this, I'm gonna make up a lie, tell the cops this, and they're gonna get his ass up out of here, which is basically what happened. And whatever the story was where you lost your job, bro, don't ever mess up the money. And you have to think whatever woman you're with, and it's not to be on no abusive type of stuff to a woman, but if you got a solid woman, she should know don't ever mess up the money. And especially whether you're renting, I'm assuming you're renting, because this isn't your wife. If this is your house, because you didn't say it was your house per se. I think you basically was like that you're paying for. But if you're renting somewhere and her and her kids are in the place and they kicked you out, bro, if she can't pay the bills herself, the lease is in your name. There's ways around that. And this is the type of fool that would end up taking this chick back. These behaviors you guys see over and over and over and over. You have a scarcity mindset when you take back a cheater. And people, you'll be like, well, JR, well, what if it's other circumstances, things like that. When you've encountered a dysfunctional woman, you just feel like you may not be able to get anything else, and that this is the end all be all, and you're willing to take all these responsibilities, another man's kids, taking care of her. She's, getting high and drunk or whatever with these dudes who aren't really doing anything but giving her, hard D and bubble gum at the end of the day. And you're trying to be this Captain Saver and get her out of this position, hoping that you'll get brownie points. And this, basically, you're not doing yourselves any favors. You try to put your foot down too late, and when you end up putting your foot down, you shot yourself in the foot. So, bruh, any of you guys who are doing something similar, check yourself. Because sometimes it's like you're in this twilight zone and everybody is seeing it except for you, and they know what's going on. They may not say something to you, or they may be saying something to you, but you're just so caught up, you're whipped, where you can't even control your own actions. Just wake up. You're the man. Especially if you talking about semi-retired or whatever. Bro, you can't let these women do this to you. And don't ever put yourself in a position like this. This is I'm not saying that this is uncommon. This happens a lot. This guy was just bold enough to talk about it because I guess it was bothering him that much where he said it in the group. But don't fall into that temptation, taking a cheater back. And not to get on some, religious talk, the universe or theological type situation, but things happen in our life for reasons. You saw the signs. The universe or God or whoever, whatever you subscribe to, decided to separate you from this woman, but then you wanted it to come back together, and basically the universe, God, whoever you subscribe to, decided to punish your ass for this foolishness that you ended up doing. So you guys, I hope you guys that are watching have learned from this guy's situation. Don't go for that. You get cheated on, or you have a woman who's dishonest, not loyal, basically is deceptive. Don't ever put up or tolerate with any of this BS. Kick them to the curb. Definitely don't move a woman in unless she's your wife. Just my thoughts on it, my 2 cents. Let me know you guys' 2 cents. I'm done talking. I just wanted to share this video with you guys. If you guys like the content, give it a thumbs up. I invite you guys to subscribe to my channel to find out more about topics like this, self-help, relationships, things like that. I also invite you guys to subscribe to my other 2 channels, The Hustler's Apprentice and Wisdom Fitness. You guys check that out. The links is in the description, and it's also pinned the first comment below. Check that out as well. If you guys are looking to get any advice or you have any topics you'd like me to discuss and things like that, feel free to email me. The links is in the description and in the comments as well. And with that being said, I got some videos that are about to be popping up here. You guys make sure you check them out to find out more about this topic and things similar to that. Click on one of those. You might find something you like. With that being said, peace be upon you, the mercy and blessings of the Almighty, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. I'm out. Peace.